All right, we're gonna do a quick follow-up on our unboxing video. As you can see here, I'm about getting this thing temporarily wired in to do some infrared film testing on it. I was gonna run a couple of heaters on these breakers and a couple of space heaters on some 15 amp breakers and see if they heated up or not. But I had a few questions about this guy. So this is a copper bus. So all the buses here are copper. The knockout, so if you want to have a look here at the knockouts, looks like we got a couple of 3/4 up front here. I'm trying to look. With your drywall, those 3/4 might be kind of tough to use, but the 1/2 inch ones in the middle probably look fine. There's enough gap here for your drywall on that 3/4. We got some big knockouts here and there. I just now noticed, I hadn't noticed this in the past, there's a big square knockout, top and bottom. I don't know what that's for. Maybe it's some other plate or something that, some option that Leviton's gonna provide in the future, I wonder, I don't know. But it looks like there's a big knockout. Maybe it's something to do with a low voltage panel in the same can, I'm not sure. But there's our concentrics. They're on top for feeders. So you can kind of see right here is that might fit, but that's pretty tight for like 1/2 inch drywall. We've got some the knockout pattern here. There's at least 6 good ones plus that one up front, and all 5 of those are good for 1/2 inch stuff. Some 3/4, some of the larger loads. There's a lot down the side here. You can see they did do KOs all the way down the sides here too. So the other question I got was availability on these things. Right now, I'm told Leviton has them stocked in both of their warehouses. So I'm up here in Oregon, so they do have them stocked in the Leviton warehouse. I forget exactly where it's at. I think it's in Arizona for the West Coast or something like that, or down in California. But my supply house is currently not carrying them. And one of the reasons why I'm putting some more of these videos out there, letting people know how slick they are, because at the moment, criticisms for the product are, one is availability, which should be, which is something that we can tackle. If they can get, some more supply houses to get them, and a couple of good retail spots so I can have more than one place to buy them, that would be very helpful. And I didn't mention this yesterday, but one of the other I don't know how big of a deal it is or not, but if you had some wire on here, 14 gauge Romex or something like that, and I've got my 15 amp breaker. When you take this off, now there's nothing to tell you how large of a breaker to put in there. I mean, you can obviously look at the wire size and you'll know what size to put on there, but there's being so quick to replace those. Granted, you do have to take the panel cover off and whatnot to get it off. So I don't know how big of a deal it is, but you almost start to get to that same kind of problem with cartridge fuses and old Edison-based fuses before the rejector clips came in, to where the do-it-yourselfer could pop those breakers out really quickly and put in a larger size breaker if they're having overload issues. I suppose they could do that anyway. It's just being plug and play is a little faster to do that. And then I suppose if you're doing a new build and you wire the back plate and you leave it just the back plate wired for cover, when you come back later, you'll have to kind of remember either off of the wire size that's landed on it, or some notes, or making some little labels or something especially when it comes to something like an AC unit where you might run some number 10s out to it, but it's supposed to have a 25 amp instead of a 30 amp or something like that. So anyhow, that's a quick follow-up video off of our Leviton unboxing. Thanks, bye.